All right, welcome back to Gem Sports, everybody. A quick turnaround there. It's time for our second game of our doubleheader tonight. We head to Charlotte, North Carolina for this one. It'll be the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Green Bay currently tied with Tampa Bay atop the NFC Central with a 6-3 record. Carolina at 1-8. If Carolina were to lose this game, they would be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Evil Dead has given me his pick for this one already. He has taken the Packers, and Viking Skywalker has given me his pick already. He's taken the Panthers in this one. Evil Dead is 95-60 on this season, and Viking Skywalker is now 34-28. Waldo's 17-17. Jax is now 26-24. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte for this one here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Packers and the Panthers. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Thursday night, the second game of our doubleheader. Green Bay at 6-3, Carolina at 1-8. Green Bay trying to stay atop the NFC Central, currently tied with the Buccaneers. Carolina will get the opening kickoff. We're underway live from Charlotte. From the 7-yard line, John Cunningham on the return. And Cunningham out to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will have it, 1st and 10. Panthers are led by their starting quarterback, the rookie out of California, Berkeley, Luke George. He's had a rough rookie year, as you can imagine, as the Panthers are 1-8. In the NFC Central right now, Green Bay, Tampa Bay are 6-3. Chicago and Minnesota are one game back at 5-4. And Detroit, which lost to Philadelphia yesterday, is in last place at 3-7. And looking at the remainder of the schedule this week, Chicago and Minnesota play later this week. That'll be a big game in the NFC Central. 1st and 10, Panthers. In the offset eye, George under center. George fakes the handoff. Throws downfield and caught. No, incomplete. He was looking for Quick, and it was broken up. Here's the Carolina offense. Up front, Benjamin, Crawford, Alford, Beasley, and Polk. And then it's Quick, Sanders, Holt, Moore, and J.T. Franklin. So John Quick, the rookie out of Georgia, could not catch that pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Just underway, live from Charlotte, opening drive. Panthers come out. George under center. George drops back. George throws and caught by J.T. Franklin, the former Raider, out to the 48-yard line, a gain of 16. And that'll be a Carolina first down. Franklin in his 5th year out of SMU. Making the tackle, number 20 for Green Bay, Jeff Valdez, the rookie out of Iowa. Opening drive just underway. Jimmy Jam with Viking Skywalker. Viking took the Panthers in this one. Evil Dead has the Packers. 1st and 10. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George drops back. George looking. Throws near side. Caught by Quick. And Quick out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 3. Let's take a look at the Green Bay defense. They play a 3-4. Green, Midbrooks, and Hughes up front. Linebackers, Green, Spencer, Swan, and Bossa. And the secondary, Bunn, Paris, Cook, and Valdez. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers at the Green Bay 49-yard line. Opening drive of the game. On a bright sunny day in Charlotte. 62 degrees at kickoff. 5 wide. George in the shotgun. 2nd and 7. George drops back. Throws near side. Caught by Darryl Holt. Out of the backfield out to the 41-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 10 yards. And that'll be a Carolina first down. Darryl Holt in his 10th year out of Maryland. Making the tackle, Antonio Spencer, the 8th-year linebacker out of Texas. First down, Panthers into Green Bay territory. Six and a half minutes left. Here in the first quarter, Panthers on the move. 1st and 10. George under center. George hands off to Holt. He gets nailed for a 3-yard loss in the backfield. Coming in to make the hit on the safety blitz, Ed Garrett, the 3rd-year safety out of Texas Tech. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Packers. He got him there quickly and got a good shot in. Coming up on 6 minutes left now in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Panthers at the Green Bay 44-yard line. 4 wide for Carolina. George in the shotgun.
Now let's go. Blue line.
George to Holt. And Darryl Holt to the 42, a 2-yard gain. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Tackle made by number 68, Len Culp, the rookie out of Pittsburgh. Big 3rd down coming up for the Panthers here. 3rd and 11 from the 42-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. George back to throw. George looking. Throws outside. Is picked up by James Bunn down the sideline. It's going to be a pick 6 for the Packers. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 54-yard interception return for touchdown by James Bunn, the 5th-year linebacker, 5th-year quarterback, out of LSU. 54-yard pick 6. And Green Bay's defense gets them on the board. Bunn just read that all the way. They were looking for the tight end. Actually, they weren't. They were looking for the tight end. Jared Moore, incomplete. And 54 yards later, Green Bay gets a touchdown. And now the extra point for the Packers. This will be James Griffey in his 11th year out of Army. The kick is up. And it's good. Packers lead it 7-0, 5:17 left here in the first quarter. The Packers offense has yet to take the field, and Green Bay leads it 7-0. A 54-yard interception return for a touchdown by James Bunn in his 5th year out of LSU. Waldo's in the house. Waldo, I'll be nice. I'll let you get a pick in. Waldo's got the Panthers, okay? Normally, once somebody scores, I don't let them pick, but I'll let you. 5:17 left. And now Griffey will kick off for Green Bay. Carolina's first offensive possession ends with a pick 6. And now the Panthers will get it again. Waldo, I think you're like Viking. You don't like to pick the Packers. There's the kick. From the 7-yard line, John Cunningham over the 20, 25. Cunningham, a decent return out to the 35-yard line in his 4th year out of Oregon. First down, Carolina. 5:11 left in the first quarter. So Luke George will come back out. He's got to shrug off that pick 6 and get back out there. Evil Ted's got the Packers. Waldo and Viking both have the Panthers in this one. It'll be 1st and 10, Carolina, from their own 35. 4 wide. George under center.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
George. Play action. Rolls out. He's going to take off. And he gets across the 50-yard line to the 49. A gain of 16. And that'll be a Carolina first down. Sports Davis has joined us. Good to see you, Davis. We missed you last night, Davis. The Patriots played the Jets last night. The Jets won 28-21. In our first game here tonight, the game that just ended, I'll tell you right after this play. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. George under center.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
Hammond in motion. George. Play action. Rolls out. And George is going to throw across the field. Dangerous pass. Incomplete. They were looking for John Quick. Going to be 2nd and 10. In the game before this, the Ravens beat the Bills 24-17. This is the second game of our doubleheader tonight. We will not be on again until Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern time. I've got high school football on the radio tomorrow night. And my birthday is Saturday. We'll be celebrating elsewhere. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. George in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. George sets up a screen pass to Holt down the sideline. And Darryl Holt down to the 35. A gain of 14 yards for Carolina. We'll have a triple header for you on Sunday, starting at 6 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be Arizona at New Orleans, Cleveland at Pittsburgh, and Atlanta at Cincinnati. That's our triple header on Sunday at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. We hope you join us for that. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. George under center. George hands off to Dixon on the outside. And Dixon to the 28-yard line. That's Darrell Dixon, the second-year running back out of Stanford. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Green Bay's offense has not been on the field yet. Carolina had a drive. They threw a pick six. And now it's Carolina's drive again. Green Bay up 7-0. 3:54 remaining. I think we have an injury timeout on the play. Waldo says beat the Packers. Davis, I sent you that article. They made it official yesterday. The exclusivity extension for EA Sports. It's a 5-year extension. 2nd and 3 from the 28-yard line. George in the gun, 4 wide. George looking. George throws outside, caught by Moore. And Jared Moore out to the 23-yard line, a gain of 5. The second-year tight end out of Notre Dame. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 23-yard line. 3:37 and counting here in the first quarter. We could go the entire first quarter without Green Bay having a snap. The way this quarter is going. Valdez on the tackle for the Packers. 3.5 minutes left in the first. Carolina comes out. Everybody in tight. George under center. George to Holt. And Darryl Holt down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle made by Culp. That's Len Culp, the rookie defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh. As we're coming up on 3 minutes left in the first quarter. 2nd and 7 for Carolina. They come out 4 wide, but they're in tight. George under center. They pitch to Holt around the near side, and Holt kind of runs into his own man and gets to the 19, just a 1-yard gain. As Valdez came up and made the tackle again. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Jeff Valdez, the rookie out of Iowa, on the tackle. 3rd and 6 for Carolina at the Green Bay 19. Everybody in tight. George in the shotgun on 3rd down. George drops back. In trouble. In the blitz. Gets him. Tyler Paris comes in on the safety blitz. The 4th-year safety out of Virginia. And that's going to bring up 4th and 14. It's a loss of 8 yards. A well-executed safety blitz by Tyler Paris. And the Panthers are going to have to settle for a field goal. Carolina at 1-8. If they lose this game, they are eliminated from the playoffs, officially. Chris Jackson will come in, the rookie out of Tennessee. This will be a 44-yard field goal attempt. Kicks up, and it's good. Panthers get on the board. Packers lead at 7-3, 1:56 left here in the first quarter. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. I don't care that we're getting smoked. I'm not ashamed of my decision. That's how much you dislike Green Bay. I get it. I know you're a Bears fan or a Vikings fan. What am I saying? You're a Vikings fan. Never mind. Why did I think you were a Bears fan? Carolina will kick off. Jackson will kick. About 4 yards deep. Crawford will take a knee. It'll be a touchback. That's Wes Crawford, the rookie out of Buffalo, University of Buffalo. And now we finally get to see the Green Bay offense, led by Thomas Allen, the fifth-year quarterback out of San Diego State. Green Bay's up 7-3 before we even see their first offensive snap. It's just the way this game has gone. So Allen will come out to lead the offense for the first time. This is Green Bay's first offensive possession. Up 7-3. They scored a touchdown on defense. A pick six earlier. On 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the near side. Allen in the shotgun. Allen looking. Throws down the middle. Caught by Duncan. That's Jazz Duncan down to the 39-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. And that'll be a Green Bay first down. Jazz Duncan, the second-year receiver out of Cal Berkeley. Tackle was made by the linebacker Wade Sullivan in his 5th year out of Michigan. It'll be a Green Bay first down. Green Bay currently tied with Tampa Bay atop the NFC Central with identical 6-3 records. The Bears and the Vikings 1 game back at 5-4. Green Bay coming off their bye week. Allen to Brockington, and Brockington is going to lose 3 yards. Coming up to make the tackle, number 95, Elijah Andrews, the second-year defensive end out of Arizona State. John Brockington, the running back, in his 4th year out of Georgia. A 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 13 for Green Bay. A minute 10 and count here in the first quarter. Packers up 7-3. Make Cheez-It their mascot. On 2nd and 13, Allen under center. Hands off to Brockington, and he gets hit in the backfield again. That's going to be a loss of 2 more. Brockington has 2 rushes for -5 yards. On the tackle that time, Dwayne Gates, the 5th-year linebacker out of Arizona. And that'll bring up 3rd and 15 for Green Bay. We're down to 43 seconds left in the first quarter. It'll be 3rd and 15 for Green Bay, back at their own 34-yard line. Packers come out 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Allen draws back, throws, and it's nearly picked off. Getting his hands on it was the linebacker Damian Snow, the former Raider, in his 3rd year out of Texas A&M. Vince Kirkwood, the intended receiver. And the Packers go 3 and out. It'll be 4th and 15. Tell you what, Dwayne Smith also had a shot at it. He couldn't catch it. Aiden Swanson back to punt. Gets the punt away. From the 23-yard line, John Cunningham Brings it out to the 34. And that's where the Panthers will have it. 1st and 10. Down 7-3 with 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Packers touchdown came on defense. Green Bay does not have a first down yet, but they're up 7-3. Go figure. This play coming up should be the last play of the first quarter. 1st and 10, Carolina at their own 34-yard line. They come out 4 wide. George under center. George to Holt, and Daryl Holt goes nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose 2 yards in the arms of number 58. That's Marcus Green, the second-year linebacker out of Penn State. And I'm pretty sure that's going to do it for the first quarter here in Charlotte. At the end of one, Packers lead at 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We go to the second quarter. Packers lead the Panthers 7-3. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Carolina at their own 33-yard line. Week 11. 6 more weeks of the regular season after this one. Carolina facing elimination if they lose this game. On 2nd and 12, George under center. George to Holt, and Daryl Holt will lose 3 yards. Jeff Bossa, the linebacker, in his second year out of Oregon on the tackle, along with number 52. That's Dane Swan, the rookie linebacker out of Auburn. And it's going to be 3rd and 15 for Carolina, back at the 30-yard line. 7:40 left in the first half. Panthers come out 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George drops back, tries to set up a screen pass to Holt. Breaks a tackle, keeps his balance, still on his feet, down to the 32-yard line. When it's all said and done, it's a 3-yard gain. Midbrooks on the tackle. Taylor Midbrooks, the 7th-year defensive tackle out of Fresno State. It'll be 4th and 12, and Carolina's going to have to punt. Good balance by Holt, but he's well shy of the first down. Green Bay still does not have a first down. We're in the second quarter now. If you're just joining us, Green Bay scored a touchdown on a pick six. A 54-yard pick six by, who was that? James Bunn, the defensive back. Derek White will come in to punt for Carolina, the 10th-year punter out of Notre Dame. White gets the punt away. From the 23-yard line, Brockingen on the return, down to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Packers will have it, 1st and 10. 7 minutes left to play here in the first half as Thomas Allen comes back out to lead the offense. We'll be off tomorrow. We'll be off Saturday. We'll be back on Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern with a triple header. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Allen under center. Allen fakes the handoff, looks downfield, rolls out, throws deep down the sideline, and caught by Vince Kirkwood down to the 20-yard line. That's a 50-yard gain. And I think he caught it with one hand. Vince Kirkwood, the 7th-year receiver out of Oklahoma State. Watch this catch. Watch him stick his paw up here. Yeah, he hauled it in with one hand. First down, Packers. They flip the field, a 50-yard gain First and 10 at the Panther 20-yard line. 6:36 and counting here in the first half. Green Bay trying to make it a two-score game. Allen under center. Allen looking. Allen still looking. Rolls out. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 29-yard line. A loss of 9 on the play. Russ Snow, the third-year safety out of Iowa, on the safety blitz, gets the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. It'll be 2nd and 20 for the Packers. He just waited too long to throw that ball. He was out of the pocket. He could have thrown it to the sideline and got rid of it. 6:12 and counting here in the half. 2nd and 20 for the Packers at the Carolina 29-yard line. Packers come out. 3 to the far side. Allen in the shotgun. Allen drops back. Throws near side. Caught by Brockington, who gets out to the 22. Gets 7 of that back. Make it an 8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 12 at the Carolina 22-yard line. Snow on the tackle. Big third down for Green Bay. 3rd and 12 from the Carolina 22. They got to get down inside the 10 for a first down. 4 wide. Allen in the gun. 3rd and 12. Allen back. Allen throws, and Duncan catches it at the 8. A gain of 14. And that'll be a Green Bay first down. Jazz Duncan on the catch. Wade Sullivan on the tackle, the linebacker. But that's a Green Bay first down. They needed 12. He got 14. First and goal, Green Bay at the 8-yard line. Packers trying to make this a two-score game. 3 backs in the backfield. The old wishbone offense. Allen looking. Allen rolling around. And Allen gets sacked again back at the 22. They lose the 14 yards. Number 93, Damian Griffey, in his 5th year out of Penn State, the defensive end on the sack. Well, it'll be 2nd and goal back at the 22-yard line. They got 14 yards, and then they lost 14 yards. .440 and counting here in the first half. 2nd and goal, Green Bay, the Carolina 22-yard line. Packers come out. Allen in the shotgun. Allen drops back. Throws down the middle, caught by Crawford. And Crawford down to the 10-yard line, a gain of 12. That's Wes Crawford, the rookie out of the University of Buffalo. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line as Damian Snow, the linebacker, makes the tackle. 4:10 and counting here in the first half. Packers up 7-3. On 3rd and goal from the Carolina 10. 4 wide for Green Bay. Allen in the shotgun. Allen drops back. Allen steps up. In trouble again. Gets sacked. A loss of 4. Back to the 14-yard line. Elijah Andrews on the tackle. In his 9th year out of Arizona State, the defensive end. And that'll bring up 4th and goal for Green Bay. And this will be a 31-yard field goal attempt by James Griffey coming up. So Green Bay trying to go up by an even 7. Griffey in his 11th year out of Army from 31 yards. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Packers lead at 10-3, 3:27 left. Here in the first half, live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, Week 11. Here at Jammin' Sports. Our triple header on Sunday. Arizona, New Orleans, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Atlanta, Cincinnati. And who these two teams play next week? Well, Green Bay will host the Rams next week, and Carolina next week I'm looking at the schedule here. Where's Carolina? They play at Chicago. Griffey will kick off. And this will be fielded by Cunningham about 6 yards deep. Touchback. And Carolina will have it at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. 3:27 left to play here in the first half. Packer defense has kept Darryl Holt in check. -6 yards, that's not good. Or -2 yards on 6 carries. Let's see if Carolina can tie the game up before halftime. Green Bay gets the second half kickoff. Carolina comes out with 3 receivers to the far side. Allen under center. Moore in motion. George to Holt. And Holt to the 28-yard line, a gain of 3 to be 2nd and 7. Tackle made by Ed Garrett, the safety. Luke George, the quarterback, the rookie out of California, University of California, Berkeley. George in the shotgun on 2nd and 7. George hands off to Holt. And Darryl Holt to the 30-yard line, a gain of 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Antonio Spencer on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 8th year out of Texas. 2:42 and counting. 4 wide for Carolina on 3rd and 5. George in the shotgun. And I think the Packers jumped. They're going to get Green Bay for encroachment.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that should give Carolina a 1st down. Greg Hughes, the defensive end. Yep, 1st down Panthers. And they move the ball out to the Carolina 35-yard line with 2:33 left here in the first half. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning soon. Clock stops with 2:33. Panthers break huddle. They come out with 2 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun, 1st and 10. George hands off to Holt around the near side. Darryl Holt gets the corner and gets out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. So Darryl Holt now has positive yardage. He's at 7 yards net on the day. Jeff Valdez comes over and makes the tackle for the Packers. Valdez has made a lot of tackles so far. The rookie defensive back out of Iowa. 2nd and 1 for the Panthers. At their own 44, we'll probably have the 2-minute warning right after this play. They get the playoff in time. Moore in motion. George hands off to Sanders, and he gets nailed. 2-minute warning. Packers up 10-3 here at Gamma Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. 2 minutes left in the first half. Green Bay leads Carolina 10-3. It was a loss of 2 yards on the play, on the previous play. Courtney Sanders got hit for a loss, the 4th-year back out of Tennessee. 3rd and 3 for Carolina. George in the shotgun, 4 wide. Takes the snap. George looking. Flag is down, rolls out. And George gets the 1st down on 2nd effort. However, there is a flag down. This one's coming back, I get the feeling.
Holding offense.
On the left tackle, Ron Walters. And that one to get a 1st down. It'll back it up 10 yards. They're booing in Charlotte. I don't blame them. The Panthers are 1-8 coming in, facing elimination from the playoffs tonight. 3rd and 13 for Carolina back at their own 32-yard line. Panthers did win their first game of the season last week, though. On 3rd down. George back. George looking. Throws deep downfield. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Yeah, Carolina surprised the world last week. They beat Baltimore 7-3. It wasn't a scintillating game by any means with a score like that, but they did win. Derek White back to punt on 4th down. Fielded at the 23 by Brockington over the 30, 35, and John Brockington out to the 41-yard line. And that's where the Packers will take over. A chance for Green Bay to increase their lead before halftime. Some highlights here. Well, that's Thomas Allen getting sacked. And Thomas Allen getting sacked. Green Bay's offense has only managed 3 points. Their touchdown came on defense. Keep that in mind. Packers will start from their own 41. They have all 3 of their timeouts. 1:39 left to play in the first half. Up 10-3. They can make this a 2-score game with any type of score on this drive. 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen drops back, looks downfield, throws deep down the near sideline, and caught on the sideline, but out of bounds. Making the catch was Tommy Stewart, the tight end, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. I don't think he got both feet in. I don't think he even got 1 foot in. Let's take a look, if we can see. Bad angle. Take the ref's word for it. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock with 1:34 left in the first half. 2nd and 10. Green Bay at their own 41. 4 wide. Single back. Allen in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue.
Allen fakes the handoff inside. He's going to throw deep down the sideline again. Same play. And this time, Jazz Duncan can't hold on. Pass was broken up by Tucker Smith, the 9th-year safety out of Arkansas. Nice play by Smith. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Packers. And that stops the clock with 1:28 left. Yep, Tucker Smith slaps it away. Great play by Smith. 1:28 left in the half, 3rd and 10 Green Bay. Packers come out, 3 to the far side. Allen in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen looks downfield, throws down the middle. Oh, it's nearly picked off, nearly deflected. Breaking up the pass, number 20, Eric O'Neal, the 8th-year safety out of Colorado State. Green Bay goes 3 and out, and they'll have to punt. And now Carolina with a chance to tie it up before halftime. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. Aiden Swanson back to punt, gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. 1st and 10, Carolina from the 20-yard line. 1:19 left in the half, and the Panthers still with all 3 timeouts. We'll have a college game for you after this. Let's see who's next on the docket. Our college schedule. It'll be Oklahoma at Tennessee. That'll be after this game. 1st and 10. Carolina comes out from their own 20-yard line. George in the shotgun. George looking, throws, caught by Cunningham. And John Cunningham, 7 yards, out to the 27-yard line. Panthers in the hurry-up. 2nd and 3. George in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks downfield, throws, caught by Holt. Out to the 35, a gain of 8, and Carolina takes a timeout with 59 seconds left in the half. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers at their own 35-yard line. We're at Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, Week 11, here at Gem Sports. The 6 and 3 Packers, the 1 and 8 Panthers. Got a decent crowd watching tonight on a Thursday. Thursday night always seems to be the most difficult night to get viewers. 1st and 10. George in the shotgun.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Takes the snap. Throws outside, caught by Jared Moore, the tight end, out to the 48-yard line, a gain of 13. And the Panthers take another timeout. Thank you, Waldo. In real life, Chargers are killing the Vikings, 24-3. Does anybody still watch Thursday Night Football? I always forget it's on. Unless it's Thanksgiving, I really don't see a purpose for Thursday football, to be honest with you. Give it back to the high schools and colleges. NFL doesn't have to be on every night. 1st and 10, Carolina, unless you're watching Javin Sports. George in the shotgun. George looking. Throws outside to John Quick down to the 34-yard line. A gain of 18 yards, and that'll be a Carolina first down. Panthers down to one timeout. They're holding on to it. 38 seconds. As we watch the replay, I have not watched an NFL game in its entirety since the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago when the Chiefs beat the 49ers. And that's like the only game I've watched in its entirety for the last 6 years. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line, 4 wide. George in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Down to 20 seconds. George looking. Throws and incomplete. It was broken up by number 58, Marcus Green. The intended receiver was number 88, Jared Moore. Incomplete. Marcus Green, the second-year linebacker out of Penn State. Nice play by Green. 2nd and 10 for Carolina at the Green Bay 34-yard line. 17 seconds left until half. Carolina does have one timeout left. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George looking. George throws and incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. No, I'm sorry. It'll be 3rd and 10. I got ahead of myself. They were looking for Jared Moore once again. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the Packer 34-yard line. Since they have a timeout, they can throw one downfield. Let's see if they go for the end zone. George in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Rolls out. Throws deep. And it's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Broken up by Randall Cook, the third-year defensive back out of UCLA. 8 seconds left in the half. It'll be 4th and 10. The only place I could win right now, the Florida Panthers lost earlier too. Aren't the Florida Panthers the defending Stanley Cup champions? I think they are. Chris Jackson will come on. This will be a 51-yard field goal attempt to make it a 4-point game going into halftime. That's what I thought. They beat Edmonton, right? Kick is up, and that kick is awful. No good. It remains a 10-3 game in favor of the Packers with 4 seconds left until halftime. Twice. That's right. Thank you, Viking. I was born in Miami, Florida, but I didn't live there when the Panthers got their team. So I really don't have any allegiance to them. They're not my favorite hockey team. I like the Preds. I like the Nashville Predators. I hate the Tennessee Titans. Try to make that make sense. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Green Bay trying a Hail Mary right before halftime. Allen back, throws deep, wobbly pass. Intercepted by Dwayne Smith. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Green Bay 10, Carolina 3. Here at Javin Sports. And welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We go to the second half. Packers lead the Panthers 10-3. If Carolina were to lose this game, they would be eliminated from the playoffs. They'd be 1-9, and they'd be mathematically out. Green Bay currently at 6-3, tied with Tampa Bay for first place in the NFC Central. Chicago and Minnesota are one game back at 5-4. It's a very tight division, so it's an important game for Green Bay. And Chicago and Minnesota play later this week, and that should be a good game. All right, Green Bay will get the second half kickoff, up by 7. Lost the crowd noise. They'll come back. It does that every now and then. There's the crowd. Kickoff by Chris Jackson. There's the kick. 2 yards deep. Crawford brings it out over the 15, 20. And Wes Crawford brings it out to the 24-yard line. Thomas Allen will come back out to lead the offense. Here's some first half highlights. Him getting sacked. And him getting sacked. Take away that pick 6 to start the game, and we're tied at 3, if you think about it. On Carolina's first possession, they threw a pick 6. Green Bay was up 7-0 quickly. But since then, just a pair of field goals. That's it. Green Bay's offense and Carolina's offense have done next to nothing. A couple of field goals. 1st and 10, Green Bay. They come out in the offset eye. Allen under center.
Now let's go.
Allen. Play action. Allen throws deep. Caught by Jazz Duncan across midfield. Out to the 45-yard line. 29 yards to Jazz Duncan. First down, Green Bay. Tackled by a pack of Panthers. So Green Bay into Carolina territory now, 1st and 10 from the Panther 45-yard line. Green Bay trying to make this a 2-score game. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield. Allen in the shotgun. Allen drops back. Allen looking. Allen steps up, rolls out. And Allen is going to take off down the sideline. Nobody there. He gets out to the 25. It's a 20-yard gain for Thomas Allen, the 5th-year quarterback out of San Diego State. First down, Packers at the Panther 25. I remember when Green Bay drafted him in the first round 5 seasons ago. He was basically relatively unknown out of San Diego State, but he quickly won the starting job. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun. Allen hands off to Brockington. And Brockington 2 yards to the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Damian Snow, the linebacker, on the tackle. 6:37 and count. I like the Pittsburgh Penguins too. They're my second favorite behind the Preds. In the offset eye, Allen under center. Allen hands off to Brockington up the middle, and Brockington to the 19-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4. Tackle made by number 93, Damian Griffey. I can't watch the NBA anymore. It's all threes and dunks. That's all it is. Nobody knows how to shoot anymore. 3rd and 4 from the 19-yard line. Allen in the shotgun. Allen drops back. Allen looking, throws. Incomplete. He was looking for Chris Weavers in the end zone. It was broken up by number 20. That's Eric O'Neal, the safety, in his 8th year out of Colorado State. If the NBA was that's good. If the NBA was smart, you know what they would do? Get rid of the three-point line, so people have to play basketball again. I understand why they brought it in what year was that? 78? James Griffey, this will be from 36 yards. It'll put the Packers up by 10. Snap, kick is up. It is good. Green Bay leads at 13-3. 5:47 left here in the third quarter. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 11 here at Gem Sports. In the NBA, nobody can hit the mid-range shot anymore. It's all threes and dunks. That's all it is. It's boring to watch. Get rid of the three-point line. Make them play basketball again. Will it happen? It should, though. Packers will kick off. Griffey will kick. Up by 10. From the 8-yard line, Cunningham over the 20, 25, 30. And John Cunningham out to the 33-yard line. First and 10. 5:42 left. They should start a new basketball league that doesn't have a three-point line, just to see how well it would do. Bring back the ABA and see what happens. I'd watch it. First and 10 from the 33-yard line. When they instituted it back in the late 70s, I understand why. But it's gone way out of proportion now. They need to get rid of it. First and 10 from the 33-yard line. George in the shotgun. George to Holt. And Darrell Holt. A shoestring tackle there at the end, but he gains 9 yards. It'll be second in inches. Jeff Bossa with a shoestring tackle. Well, they need to think about it now. When I was a kid, I remember watching the NFL, the NBA before the three-point line, and they played some great basketball back then. In the I formation, George under center, second in inches. George, play action, throws, and incomplete. And that'll bring up third down for the Panthers. .509 left here in the third quarter. Third and inches for the Panthers at their own 43-yard line, down by 10. In the offset eye, George under center. Weathers in motion. George to Holt. And Darrell Holt makes a nice move and gets out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. And that'll be a Carolina first down. The 10th year back out of Maryland, Darrell Holt. Well, he faked somebody out of their shoes. Right here. Whoop. Randall Cook got faked out big time. That was so cool. Let's watch it again. Whoop. That's embarrassing. Under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. First and 10, Panthers at their own 47, down by 10, 13-3. Carolina trying to get back in this game, or they're eliminated from the playoffs. In the offset eye, George under center. George to Holt. And Darrell Holt across midfield to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up second and 5. Tackle made by Taylor Midbrooks in his 7th year out of Fresno State. Waldo. Get an agreement from Waldo. On second and 5 from the 48-yard line, Panthers come out 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George looking, throws. Caught by Cunningham. Out to the 39-yard line. He held on. They're going to call that a 9-yard gain for John Cunningham, the 4th-year receiver out of Oregon. And that'll be a Carolina first down. Now, I've covered my fair share of high school basketball around these parts. And here's what I see happen. A lot of these high schoolers, they want to throw threes all the time. And they tend to not be very good teams. We're going to review his catch. Can't really tell from that angle. Okay, there's one, and he drug the toe. Yep, that's a good catch. I've noticed here at the high school level here in Tennessee, the good basketball teams, they don't shoot threes that often. They play the inside game and they play good defense.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It stands. A good catch. It'll be 1st and 10, Carolina, down to the Green Bay 39-yard line. Panthers trying to make this a one-possession game. And the girls, when you cover girls basketball, because when we do a basketball game here in Tennessee, the girls and the boys, they go to the same opponent. So the girls' game is usually at 6 and the boys' game at 7:30. It makes it easier on travel. That's the way they do it here in Tennessee. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. So when you cover a game, you do both the girls and the boys' game. George hands off to Holt up the middle, and Holt down to the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. Oh, that's hard to say. Because there's really not a school in Tennessee that's good at everything. 2nd and 5, but what I was going to say, the girls, they don't throw threes very often. On 2nd and 5 from the 34-yard line, Lee in motion. George hands off to Holt. And Darryl Holt down to the 32-yard line. When it comes to football in Tennessee, Alcoa, that's located about halfway between here and Chattanooga. They've won like 11 championships in a row. They've won like 30 altogether. They're always there. 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line. 4 wide for Carolina. George in the shotgun. George looking. Throws deep down the field. Caught by Cunningham. Down to the 1-yard line. A 31-yard catch by John Cunningham. It'll be 1st and goal, Carolina at the Green Bay 1. When it comes to basketball here in Tennessee, Clark Range is a really good team. They're a small school, though. They don't have a football team. So their focus is on basketball. And that's usually the case. You get these teams in Tennessee, or these schools in Tennessee that don't have enough for football. They tend to be basketball powers. Pickett County is the same way, a perennial basketball powerhouse, and they don't field the football team. That's usually the case. 1st and goal, Panthers from the 1-yard line. George in the shotgun. George looking. George throws and caught by Moore, and he only gets 1 foot in. Jared Moore, the tight end, couldn't get both feet in. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. That'll stop the clock with 2:38 left here in the 3rd quarter. When it comes to baseball here in Tennessee, I'm thinking in boys, Moore County is really good. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. George in the shotgun. 4 wide. George looking. Throws. Caught by Cunningham. Touchdown. Carolina. A 1-yard touchdown catch by John Cunningham. And the Panthers have made it a one-possession game. As I see the light. And the Panthers come back and stave off elimination. Can they upset Green Bay? That would open the door for Tampa Bay. Green Bay and Tampa Bay currently tied atop the NFC Central with 6-3 records. And now the extra point by Chris Jackson is up and good. 13-10 in favor of Green Bay. 2:34 left. Now Tampa Bay, who's currently tied with Green Bay, they play at Seattle later this week. So the Panthers have pulled to within 3. Still a lot of football left here. 2:34 left. We're in the 3rd quarter. Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, Week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. We have college football for you next. Oklahoma at Tennessee. And now the kickoff by Jackson. It'll be fielded by Crawford. He'll take a knee. Touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Green Bay at the 25-yard line. Wes Crawford on the catch. Thomas Allen comes back out to lead the offense for the Packers. Green Bay still up by 3. Let's see what they do on this drive. Green Bay only has 2 timeouts left in this game because they wasted it on a challenge a moment ago. A challenge that did not go their way. 4 wide for the Packers. Allen in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Allen hands off to Brockington up the middle, and John Brockington, a big gain. Brockington all the way out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 17 yards for John Brockington, the 4th-year back out of Georgia. Griffey on the tackle, number 93. Damian Griffey. I sometimes forget where everybody's from. I know that stud lives in Austin, Texas. I'm trying to remember. Pennsylvania, that's right. Waldo lives in PA. 1st and 10 for the 42-yard line. Allen in the shotgun.
Here we go.
Allen to Brockington up the middle, and Brockington to the 47-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Evil Dead now lives in Pennsylvania. He used to live just north of New York City, but he moved. It's a town that's on the extreme eastern edge of Pennsylvania. It's like just a couple of miles from the Jersey border. 2nd and 5 from the 47-yard line. Allen drops back. Allen looking. Throws. Caught by Kirkwood. And Kirkwood out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Green Bay, as Dwayne Smith makes the tackle. The 10th-year defensive back out of Clemson. So Waldo and Evil Dead now live in Pennsylvania. But Waldo's on the other side of the state, with the Appalachian Mountains between them. The Appalachians, they cut Pennsylvania in half. Have you seen a map? 3rd and 2 from the 49-yard line. Yeah, Waldo's a vampire. 3rd and 2. Green Bay at their own 49. Allen under center. Allen looking. Allen throws. Caught by Gray to the Panther 44-yard line. A gain of 7. And that'll be a Packer first down. That's Brandon Gray, the 2nd-year tight end out of Navy. First down, Packers. Let's see. Waldo, Evil Dead, both in Pennsylvania. Studs in Austin. Viking Skywalker. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I need to write all this down. I'm having a brain cramp on Viking. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Allen hands off to Brockington, and Brockington breaks through and gets out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Nice drive by the Packers, trying to answer the Panther touchdown with one of their own. Viking, tell me where you're from again. You'll tell me and I'll slap myself. Should be time for one more play before the end of the quarter. 2nd and 1 from the 35-yard line. 10 seconds left.
All right, here we go.
Allen drops back, throws outside, caught by Stewart. Tommy Stewart breaks a tackle and gets down to the 29-yard line at the end of 3. Green Bay up 13-10 here at Jamma Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We go to the 4th quarter. Green Bay leading Carolina 13-10. I knew that. Viking Skywalker. You're near Orlando. You're in that area. 1st and 10. Packers at the Carolina 29-yard line. Green Bay comes out. Allen under center.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
Allen fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws near side, caught by Brockington. He's going to be hit for a loss of 2 yards. Wade Sullivan, the linebacker, comes up and makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 12. Green Bay up by 3, trying to extend their lead. Carolina would love to hold them to a field goal or less here. Remember now, if Carolina loses, they're out of the playoffs. They'd be mathematically eliminated. They're only 1-8 coming in. It's just a matter of time before they get eliminated, unless they run the table. 2nd and 12, and even then, there's no guarantee. If they finish 8-8, there's no guarantee. Allen in the shotgun, 4 wide. Allen to Brockington, up the middle, and Brockington inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 16 yards, and that'll be a Green Bay first down. As the clock keeps on rolling, 7:18 and counting. Yet we're all Americans. Whereas George W. Bush said, America. America. Love America. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun. Allen to Lane. And MacArthur Lane coughs up the football, but Johnny on the spot for Green Bay, Vince Kirkwood, jumps on it. MacArthur Lane, his first carry of the day, and he nearly loses it. Well, he does, but the Packers pounce on it. MacArthur Lane, the 4th-year back at Louisville. Luckily for Green Bay, Vince Kirkwood was right there. It'll be a loss of yardage. Actually, there'll be no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. 6:45 and counting. Packers up by 3. Packers come out. 2 receivers to the far side. Everybody in tight. Allen hands off to Lane. And Lane loses a yard back to the 16-yard line. Damian Snow on the tackle. Well, I've been nocturnal most of my life. I'm a night owl. I have been. Except when I was in the military and had to get up early all those times. 3rd and 11, back at the 16-yard line. That was really the only part about the military I didn't like. Having to get up early all the time. In the I formation, Allen under center. 3rd and 11. Allen. Play action, rolls out. And Allen throws to the end zone, incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Carolina gets the stop they needed. A field goal will keep it a 1-possession game. And this will be a 33-yard field goal attempt by James Griffey coming up, the 11th-year kicker out of Army, from 33 to put the Packers up by 6. Snap, kick is up, and he splits the upright. It's good. Packers lead at 16-10. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. 5:59 left to play here in the 4th quarter, live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 11 here at Gem Sports. Carolina, they can take the lead with a touchdown and the point after. I live in Nashville, and I hate the Titans. I always have. Can't stand it. I must be the only one around here because everyone else is Titan crazy. 4 yards deep on the kickoff. John Quick will take a knee. Touchback. And Carolina will have it thrown 25-yard line. I was a big Houston Oilers fan when they were in Houston. And what Bud Adams did to the city of Houston is unforgivable. He's not alive anymore, but his family, his daughter Amy, owns the Titans now. And she sticks it to Houston every time she can get. They're classless. They are just classless. Now, I will say, their new stadium downtown, I've been by it. It's going to be awesome when it's done. But I'm still going to hate the Titans. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. In the shotgun is George, back to throw. George looking, rolls out. And George throws and nearly picked off. Randall Cook got his hands on it, couldn't catch it, incomplete. the third-year defensive back out of UCLA. John Cunningham, the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers at their own 25-yard line. 5:52 remaining. Green Bay up by 6, 16-10. This has been kind of a bit of sloppy game, but it's been a hard-hitting game. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers at their own 25. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George drops back. George throws and incomplete. Well, I hate the Titans and I hate the owner. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Now, I will concede something here right after this play. 5 wide, 3rd and 10. George in the shotgun. George drops back. George looking. George throws and throws it away. It'll be 4th down. When Tennessee first got the Titans in the new stadium, when they finally came to Nashville and they changed their uniforms, I thought the Titans' first uniforms were cool. I hate what they wear now. It just looks stupid. Derek White gets the punt away. Panthers elect to punt on 4th and 10. Rockington from the 25 brings it back out to the 37-yard line. Green Bay, they can make it a 2-score game now. 5:34 left. They're up 16-10. Yes, when they wore the white helmet, those uniforms were good looking. I like those uniforms. And I could tolerate watching them back then. But now their uniforms, they just suck. It looks like something Picasso threw up. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Allen in the shotgun. Allen looking. Throws deep. Caught by Tommy Stewart. Out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. The 7th-year tight end out of Vanderbilt. First down, Green Bay. Tackle made by Tucker Smith for Carolina. Any type of score here for the Packers, and they go up by 2 possessions. They're up 16-10. 5:16 left. Packers come out. In the I formation, Allen under center.
Here we go. 3-19.
Allen fakes the handoff. Watch out. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 44-yard line. A loss of 7 yards. The sack made by number 95, Elijah Andrews, for the Panthers. It'll be 2nd and 17. Andrews just blew off this block right here and got in there for the sack. The left tackle didn't hold his block. Clock is moving. 4:45 and counting. 2nd and 17 for the Packers at their own 44-yard line. Carolina trying to get a stop. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Allen in the shotgun. Allen hands off to Brockington, who gets to the 45, a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 16. Eric O'Neal came up, made the tackle, the safety. It's a big 3rd down. Carolina trying to get a stop, get the ball back. 3rd and 16 for the Packers at their own 45. Allen in the shotgun. Allen drops back. Allen looking. Rolls out, throws near side, and threw it away. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. The Panther defense holds. Carolina's going to get another shot to take the lead. Still a lot of time left. 4:02 on the clock. If you missed it earlier tonight, the Ravens beat the Bills 24-17. That game is on YouTube. It's been uploaded. Swanson shanks this kick out of bounds at the 26. That's a 29-yard punt. Not a terrible shank, but a shank nonetheless. 3:58 left. Carolina will start at their own 26-yard line, down by 6. And the Panthers drive down the field and get a touchdown. Waldo's hoping so. Viking Skywalker hoping so. The new stadium in Nashville, though, it's going to be cool. It's coming along. It looks sharp. It's right next door to Nissan Stadium. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. George in the shotgun. George looking. George, he's going to get sacked. Back at the 23, a loss of 3. Making a loss of 4. He's 2nd and 14. Tackle made by Dane Swan, the rookie linebacker out of Auburn. And let me just put it this way. When the Titans first began, when they had Eddie George and, what was the quarterback? McNair. I didn't hate them then. I didn't overly like them. But I liked them as players. On 2nd and 14, George looking. George throws. Caught by John Quick out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 9. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. However, I will say this. When the Titans made the Super Bowl as their first year as the Titans, I remember I was at a Super Bowl party here in the Nashville area, and I was the only one at the party wearing a Ram jersey. I was the only one celebrating at the end. 3rd and 5 from the 32-yard line. George in the shotgun. George looking. George throws downfield, caught by Cunningham. Out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 17 and a Carolina first down. We're down to 2:47 and counting. Vince Young, he was a waste of space. He was a flash in the pan. He was very immature. He couldn't handle the money. He ended up bankrupt and out of the league. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Panthers come out, 3 to the far side. He's another one. Pac-Man. George in the shotgun. George looking. George throws, dumps it off to Quick. 2 yards out to the 49. The clock is running. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Panthers at the Packer 49. Green Bay up 16-10. They may let this run down to the 2-minute warning. Will they get the playoff in time? They might. George in the shotgun. Nope. 2 minutes left. Packers up 16-10 here at Jamma Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. 2 minutes left to play. Green Bay leads it 16-10. A big game for the Packers. They're currently tied for first with Tampa Bay. They'd like to stay there. Carolina, if they lose, they're eliminated from the playoff situation. Not that they're going to make it anyway, but officially they'd be eliminated. Carolina trying to win their 2nd game in a row. George under center on 2nd and 8. George drops back, throws inside, caught by Cunningham. Down to the 42, a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 1. Panthers in the hurry up. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for George. George drops back, throws, caught by Cunningham. Oh, and Cunningham can't hold on, incomplete. I've met Eddie George in person, and you couldn't find a nicer man. He is such a nice guy. Very humble guy. 4th and 1 for Carolina. Everybody in tight in the I formation. They have to go for it. George hands off to Dixon, and he gets the first down out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. Darrell Dixon, the 2nd-year back out of Stanford. 1st and 10. They go to the hurry up. 1:30 left. Down by 6. George takes the snap. George throws. Caught by Lee to the 35, a gain of 3. That's Philip Lee, the rookie out of Southern Miss. The tight end. 2nd and 7 from the 35. 4 wide. George back. George looking. George throws, dumps it off to Dixon again, turns upfield. Dixon to the 29, a gain of 6. and an injury timeout on the Packers. They'll charge Green Bay with a timeout. So that is a break that goes Carolina's way. They stop the clock without having to take a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers at the Green Bay 29. Carolina in 4-down territory. They're down by 6. A field goal does them no good. They need a touchdown. This would be another stunning upset. We had an upset earlier, the Ravens over the Bills. We could have another one here. Evil Dead's not going to believe it if he goes 0-2 tonight. 3rd and 1. Everybody in tight. George under center, single back. George drops back. It's a blitz. They pick it up. They throw. Caught by Moore. Oh, Moore does not hold on. Incomplete. Dane Swan knocks the ball away. Jared Moore had it. And now it's going to be 4th down once again. 1:02 left. 4th and 1 for the Panthers. At the Packer 29, they have to go for it. This is ball game. In the offset eye. Weathers in motion. George to Holt, and the Packers get him in the backfield. Oh my goodness. Randall Cook comes up and makes the stop. A loss of 3 yards. Now Carolina still has all 3 of their timeouts. If they can force a 3 and out here, they can get the ball back. They wouldn't have much time, but they'll get one more shot if they can keep the Packers from getting a 1st down. There's less than a minute left, though. 59 seconds. If Green Bay gets a 1st down, it will end the game. The Panthers have all 3 of their timeouts. If they can force a 3 and out, they get the ball back with about 30 seconds left. Green Bay comes out. Allen under center, 1st and 10. Allen hands off to Brockington, and Brockington gets hit for a loss. Well, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Carolina takes a timeout. 55 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts remaining. If Green Bay gets a 1st down, it's over. Carolina defense has to hold them here. 2nd and 10. Packers will have it at the 32-yard line. On 2nd and 10, the Packers come out. In the I formation once again. Allen under center. Allen to Lane this time. MacArthur Lane picks up a couple of yards out to the 35. A 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 7. Carolina takes their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining. A turnover would be even better for Carolina. 3rd and 7 for the Packers. This is ball game for Carolina right here. They have to get a stop or the Packers are going to win this thing. Packers need 7 yards to secure the win. Up 16-10. Packers come out. They spread the receivers out this time. Allen in the shotgun on 3rd down. Allen. Play action. They're throwing. He's rolling out. Allen looking and throws it away. Oh, he did the Panthers a favor by throwing. That stops the clock. And now Carolina's going to have a timeout in their back pocket. Green Bay's going to have to punt. They force the 3 and out, and they keep a timeout. Aiden Swanson back to punt. Swanson gets the punt away. And that's going to bounce into the end zone. Touchback. Carolina will have it at their own 25-yard line. They have to go 75 yards in 37 seconds. They do have a timeout. Carolina has to throw it downfield now. Packers up 16-10. Can Carolina pull this one out? They have played the Packers tough today. Green Bay and Tampa Bay, they split their 2 games this season. If you're wondering who has the tiebreaker, Tampa Bay has the better divisional record at the moment. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. George in the shotgun. George drops back. George looking. He's getting rid of it. Can't take a sack, and he does. Back at the 11-yard line. A gain of a loss of 9. They're going to try to hurry up. We're down to 24 seconds. Got to get the receivers back. We're down to 20 seconds. Oh, you just can't take a sack in that situation. Down to 15 seconds. He'll spike it. That was huge. That sack. And that might secure the deal for Green Bay. They're booing here in Charlotte. The Panthers are about to be eliminated from the playoffs. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George in the shotgun. George drops back. George throws deep downfield. Incomplete. 10 seconds left. But more importantly, it's 4th down. And they're booing in Charlotte. And I can't say as I blame them. The Panthers are about to be 1-9 and out of the playoffs. 4 wide once again, 4th and 19, 10 seconds left. George drops back. George throws deep downfield, bouncing around, incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs, and that'll do it. 2 more snaps since Carolina still has a timeout. People Dead goes 1-1 tonight. Two more snaps, and this game is in the books. Packers going to hold on for a 16-10 win over the Panthers. Packers will now be 7-3, and Carolina's going to be 1-9. Tough year for Carolina. In Green Bay, a half game in front of the Buccaneers now. The Bucs play Seattle later this week. In the victory formation, Allen takes a knee. Carolina takes their final timeout. 2 seconds left. 1 more snap and we're done. College football up next. Oklahoma and Tennessee. Will be in Knoxville for that one. Waldo drops to 17-18. And Viking Skywalker drops to 34-29 on the season. His 4-game winning streak comes to a close. Evil Dead goes to 96-60. Last play of the game. Goodbye, Panthers. We'll see you next year. Oh, they still have 1-9. Let's see, that's what, 10? They still have 6 more games. In the victory formation. And that'll do it. Your final score, Green Bay 16, Carolina 10. Thanks for watching your Gem Sports. College football up next.